I'm David Henson-Bowen, Senior Director of Growth. Welcome to another scorching hot edition of Retail Media Thursdays. I'm joined today by James Galland, Head of Commerce Growth for VML. So, welcome James.
Thank you.
Tell us who you are and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm James Galland. I head up commerce capabilities at VML. I've covered both brand and agency life, and my background spans both brand media, content, and retail.
So, what's been your peak of the week outside of the weather in London, either personally or professionally?
Yeah, so surviving melting is not a highlight.
Unfortunately, that doesn't count.
No, I think there's been a lot of change in commerce over the last couple of years. VML, we're seeing it just as much as the wider landscape. We've had some really big wins over the last couple of weeks, so it's been a good professional week for me.
So which pub are we in and why have we come here?
We're in the Vaulty Towers, mainly so we don't melt in the 34-degree heat, but I've chosen it because it's in a beautiful bit of London. We're in the centre of Waterloo and it's in walking distance of our office. Everyone's welcome to Sea Containers, WPP.
A few good nights here then?
Yeah, absolutely. They do a 2-for-1 on Wednesday, can't argue.
We shall have to come back.
Yeah.
So VML is really making waves in the media world. What makes VML unique and how are you planning for that growth?
Yeah, look, it's there's always a question on what makes every agency unique. I think VML has found a really good place to create change in a way that makes meaningful impact. It's prided itself on being the center point between brand experience, consumer experience, and commerce strategy. And I think you'll hear a lot today about the idea of connected planning, connected strategy, and connected team and integration. I think what VML has done really well is it now puts a connected proposition on the table, whether that's bringing retail planners, media leads, content, and optimizing and planning strategy around the algorithms, the LLMs, and the needs of commerce today and tomorrow. And I think what's really critical for me is if we look at the way this is shifting, it means that we can build a plan that's future fit for growth.
Sounds great. Love to hear it. We're certainly hearing a lot about you in the industry.
Love to hear that.
So VML recently released a paper on Agentic Commerce and personalization. What makes VML unique and what was the core message from that?
Yeah, I think Agentic Commerce is everywhere at the minute. You go to any industry event, any thought leadership piece, everyone's talking about Agentic Commerce. McKinsey wrote a paper last year that said it was going to be a $300 billion industry in the US alone by 2030. We've seen other data saying it's going to influence up to 70% of every digital interaction. It's rewiring the way that we are looking at commerce, rewiring the way that shoppers can engage, and it will rewire the entire shopper consumer journey. Now, for those who don't know Agentic Commerce, what it means is you've effectively got AI, which is autonomous behind the scenes. It will proactively operate without any consumer involvement or brand involvement. It will plan, it will proactively prompt for you, so it will make recommendations of what you need and what you'll need to acquire. It will then be able to purchase for you with some set guardrails, in theory, without any human interaction whatsoever. So fully autonomous buying, which a lot of brands are expecting will collapse the consumer acquisition funnel. Now, if we look at what that means for us as an agency, we care passionately about experience. I actually wrote a paper myself on that about a month ago for Future Week. I believe quite strongly that although Agentic Commerce is going to rewire the way that we can transact, it doesn't mean it's going to take humans out of the shopping experience process. I think it's critical that actually we should use the data that comes from the AI automation, the algorithms, the deep personalization ability that's out there to build targeting which is more relevant, more deeply empathetic, and actually drive much stronger transaction value on the back of it. So yes, Agentic Commerce is critical. It's going to change the way that we can actually engage with consumers, but building deeply relevant, personalized experiences around that is critical. And I think the way that VML really stands out is creativity and experience is at the core of everything we do. It's actually in the motto of the brand and of the company. And I think we have some of the industry-leading cloud cleanroom solutions in the market. Our AMC, so Amazon Marketing Cloud Cleanroom solution, just won the Drum's Best Use of Cleanroom in partnership with Colgate. Thank you. It's a big deal for us. We're really happy with the achievement. But it means that the reason we're so proud of the technology and the way that will come to life is if we can use clean rooms in the right way, you can understand your shopper better, understand the way they want to purchase, why they want to purchase, how to target them with the right message, and then how to acquire them with every element of the retail media ecosystem. In theory, it means you get better efficiencies and better returns, But it also means if we look at the way that Agentic Commerce is operating, you can trigger those right engagement moments at the right time to allow the autonomous agents to proactively prompt, serve your messaging, serve your products, and then acquire on your behalf. So much stronger lifetime value.
Wow, super interesting. And we're certainly very excited about the prospect of it at Skai.
Very cool.
So, in your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges facing brands when integrating retail media into their marketing strategy?
Yeah, I think the clue's a little bit in the name. We're dealing with an aspect of media which is heavily focused on conversion traditionally, right? Not necessarily today. We talk about the media funnel from awareness all the way through to transaction and retention. But ultimately, retail media, it requires a deep understanding of algorithms, whether that's Cosmo, which is the evolved Amazon algorithm, Walmart's own, and Polaris. And it also involves a deep understanding of profitability, portfolio, promotional activation, commercial proposition, commercial health, and logistics operations. You cannot deliver a media strategy unless you at least have a surface understanding of that space. Because if you deliver media on site, if the products aren't profitable, they won't be served effectively or efficiently. Your CPCs will rise, you won't be visible, you won't be relevant, and you're going to have to compete significantly more expensively to play at the same space as your competitive set. So for brand marketers that have to integrate retail media into the marketing plan, ultimately involves a skill set shift. I'm deeply passionate about the idea of hybrid roles. We talk about performance marketing quite a lot, the idea of COEs for digital capability, to develop talent, to then integrate those back into the brand marketing plans. But really, it means just democratizing understanding across the brand teams, making sure you've got the right talent, the right profiling, and also the right recognition of the role that retail media plays in the media ecosystem.
You mentioned the importance of centralizing the commerce experience, connecting media, content, and data. What's the VML approach, and how are you helping clients integrate that?
I think the VML and wider WP approach is evolving. You may have seen the news recently, the launch of the new business unit in WPP Commerce. It's exciting because it's designed to bring the best of commerce talent across all of WPP into one entity. If we look at the way that we're looking to deliver for clients, it's a similar approach. Connecting planning, technology, and practice across the board to standardize excellence. A good way of doing this is through WPP Open, so our centralized tech stack, which is interoperable, unbiased, and brings in the best of all the commerce tech in the landscape to fully integrate into one connected delivery. We also have that through the way our business units are structured. So if we use Amazon, which is leading the way for many of our markets in the Western Hemisphere, we've created a center of excellence based in Luxembourg, which brings the best of our retail strategy talent, our retail media talent, our content talent, and logistics all into one hub. They sit opposite each other, they speak day in, day out, and they deliver strategy centrally from a central wireframe. This means that we can do a connected planning to go across all markets and deliver and scale those best practice learnings. We'd recommend that for clients to do the same and really scale out from a center of talent to connect the planning.
With the rise of Gen AI, how do you see it changing the retail media landscape in the next few years? And what are some of the most important uses of Gen AI?
I love this topic. I think to me, it all comes down to personalization. Personalization and experience are going to be the key drivers of growth over the next couple of years. For everything I see about the role of AI, great experiences are still the number one delivery of growth in 2026. If I look at the way that Gen AI is changing that space, it just means that you can produce more content, cheaper, better, faster, and scale it in a way that's deeply personalized. If you look at the Amazon space, Amazon Live allows brands to do 10 different video formats and video engagements at the same time, simulcast to 10 different audiences. That's scaling, that's expanding. There will come a point where you can do 1,000 different video creatives live at the same time to 1,000 different shopper types. Imagine the potential of really driving deeply enriching brand experience moments in that space. If you've got the right data, the right tech stack, and the right acquisition strategy, you can really make Gen AI deliver and work for you.
Right, so time for the quickfire round. What's your biggest flex?
Now, I wish I was one of those guys who could flex about having 20 secret talents. Definitely not. So I'm just going to go for a bit of a fun one. My biggest flex for a guy who is not good at theatre at all is I once was on stage in front of 3,000 people. I might have been about 6 years old, it may have been Panto, and I may have been Scary Spice, but it still counts.
Definitely still counts.
Yeah.
Definitely still counts. Okay, and where was your first lads holiday to?
First lads holiday. I mean, you'd expect it to be Magaluf, Malta, Actually, no. First one was over to Belfast, of all places. So, bit different. Loved it.
Lots of Guinness drunk.
Lots of Guinness drunk, yes.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And what's your favourite sport?
Favourite sport, hands down, is tennis. Might not be very good at it. In my mind's eye, every shot's going to the back of the court. It is not. It's mainly going in the net, but absolutely love it. And with the weather the way it is today, perfect.
So what is your go-to shot?
Trying to get it in the court. No, I love a bit of slice. So if I can do a bit of topspin slice, cut off the opponent and play the game a bit strategically, I'm here for it.
Love it. And so after a hard game of tennis, what's your go-to drink?
Ooh. Now, I'm a guy who likes a bit of sunshine, and in my head, I'm always somewhere beautiful. So it's always going to be a cocktail if I can, and it's going to be rum-based. So probably caipirinha, so cajasa.
So last question, question number 5. Who's going to win Wimbledon?
I'd love it to be Andy Murray. Unfortunately, it's not going to be this year. I think tennis has become pretty linear, at least on the men's side. It's going to be Yannick Sinner. I mean, he's been absolutely dominant. I think he's got the best odds in like 20 years. Can't see it going any other way. On the women's, I think it's pretty open. Could be anyone, but I always love Swiatek. I think she's got to be the favourite this year.
Well, we heard it here first.
Don't hold me for it.
Well, thanks for joining us for a chat today and introducing us to your favourite pub in the area.
Absolutely. I think it's time for a pint in the sun.
Another
Cheers.
one.
Yeah.